Chiropractor here at Tut Street Family Chiropractic in Kelowna, and welcome to today's Lunch and Learn. This was an idea that one of our patients had, and she was wondering if we could teach a little bit more about chiropractic and the way we practice, and I put together this Lunch and Learn seminar series. I used to do lunches and learns before COVID in the clinic, and I really enjoyed them. I'd have 5 or 10 people come to my clinic at lunch, bring their own lunch in, and just stay and learn something. And so now we're doing this virtually and hope to have people come back in the clinic again soon so that we can do a combined virtual event and have people here in attendance. Today's my first one post-COVID, so I just want to get back into the routine of doing these lunches and learns. And so today I put together a slideshow for you. So if you would like to access these slides, because I know there's a lot of material and it might be hard to read for you, I will put a link in the show notes where you can access the slideshow presentation and see exactly what I was talking about if you want to go back and review that. So just click on the link in the show notes. Also, if you want to book an appointment, I'm going to put a link in the show notes as well, so it's easier for you to just click on that link and then go right into our appointment scheduling screen and book an appointment here at the clinic. So my name is Dr. Kerry Yerkew, and I've been a chiropractor for 30 years. Initially, I practiced in Winnipeg and for 15 years, and then we've been in the Okanagan for 15 years now. The first 3 years of my practice was doing locums. So I took over for chiropractors that went on holidays or got injured or sick. And that was a great experience because I had a lot of repeat clinics to go to. I saw a variety of different patients, and I did get the chiropractor's advice on how to treat certain conditions, so it really shortened my learning curve getting out of college. Then I wanted to open my own clinic, so I did that on Portage Avenue next to the old CJOB at Portage in Arlington, and that was a great experience because it was a very central location, as well as many of my patients came from CJOB and Power 97 and would often have me on the air on CJOB or Power 97. So my practice grew quickly. I was very involved in the community, and we really enjoyed that location. Then I moved to the Okanagan with my family in 2008, settled in Summerland, and opened a practice in Penticton. I was there for 10 years. And more recently, our children are going to university. Today's the first day of school, actually. They're both in engineering. And we moved up to Kelowna. I joined a group practice with my friends at the Landmark 4. And then more recently, in May 2023, opened my own practice here at Tut Street Family Chiropractic. And it's a beautiful location. I'm really enjoying practicing here. So that's been my journey, and it's been a really great journey with a lot of experience working with other health professionals as well as working directly with patients. And today I want to talk about the philosophy, the art, and the science of chiropractic. So the philosophy of chiropractic goes way back to 1895, and if you understand the principle behind it, it explains chiropractic quite well. There was a gentleman named Dr. David Palmer, and he was studying the spine, and he was theorizing that if a bone went out of place in the spine, it would interfere with the nerve flow going from the brain down the spinal cord and to various parts of the body. At around the same time, a gentleman who was doing janitorial duty at the building said he had injured himself, put a bone out of place in his neck, and since then he couldn't hear very well. So he asked Palmer if he could do something about that bone out of place. Palmer put the janitor on the table, pushed down, realigning the vertebrae, and the janitor's hearing came back. And that was the origin of chiropractic, but the philosophy and the principle still remains the same. Interference to the nervous system can weaken the body, symptoms can occur, and then the body doesn't function right. So as a chiropractor, we want to find those spots that are out of place. We call them subluxations, and adjust them to allow the body's nerve flow to get through the communication and the energy, and then it functions properly again. This will get rid of symptoms. It'll allow you to function at a higher level, and you'll be stronger because of it. Of course, we work on other joints in the body. I'll talk about that in a minute. So not just the spine, but the shoulders, the elbows, the knees, the hips. And so there's many joints in the body that chiropractic can help with. The art of chiropractic is the way that the chiropractor practices. And my style of chiropractic may differ from other chiropractors because of my experience and my training and education. So, for example, I do hands-on adjustments to the spine, more traditional techniques, but I also do instrument adjusting, like activator or integrator adjustments. And these adjustments are preferred by some of our patients, and others prefer the more old school manual hands-on adjustments. I use tables in the clinic to do adjustments, especially for the hips and the leg lengths. I also do shockwave, laser, or orthotics, which we'll talk about in a minute, but I use a combination of therapies to restore the body back to health. As far as the science behind chiropractic, there's so much research that's come out in the last 30 years since I've been practicing that proves the effectiveness of chiropractic. So research on low back pain and how effective chiropractic is, whiplash and car accidents and how chiropractic can help, joint sprains. There's a wide variety of research now that's come out that says conservative care like chiropractic is more effective than drugs or surgery. So I would be happy to share that research with you if you came into the clinic. I won't get into it too much today, other than to say the science behind chiropractic has come a long way in the last 30 years. Oh, and before I move on to the next slide, I wanted to mention that there's a lot of research that goes on in different parts of the body, like rotator cuff, let's say. We see a lot of patients for rotator cuff syndrome in the clinic, frozen shoulder, TMJ or jaw joint problems. We have patients that have foot issues like plantar fasciitis or bursitis in their hip. So there's a wide variety of conditions we see in the clinic, not just low back or neck. And more research is coming out all the time saying that chiropractic can help with various joints in the body. It doesn't have to be just one specific area. And they're all connected, of course. So sometimes bone out of place in the low back can cause referred pain down the leg, like sciatica. And actually, my last patient here in the clinic this morning did have sciatica, and we didn't treat his leg because although the pain was traveling down his leg, that wasn't the cause or the origin. It was actually in his low back, in the lumbar, where it was pinching the start of the sciatic nerve, causing the referral going down his leg. The way I practice chiropractic, I shared that with you. It's different than other clinics because of my training and because of my experience. So I'm known to be a gentle and effective adjuster. And the assessments are thorough. If you'll read my reviews, the patients have said my history and assessments very thorough to find the cause of the problem, and then the treatment very specific and effective. So I usually do 2, 3, 4 treatments to make sure that the patient is moving in the right direction, and then follow that path, making any adjustments necessary for effectiveness. I usually do a treatment plan or a care plan to let the patient know what to expect going forward. How many more visits over what period of time? Will it take days, weeks, or months to correct their condition and maintain it so it doesn't come back again? So I'm very detailed, very thorough with my recommendations. And then I do give patients a lot of home exercises and stretches, postural supports, nutritional advice, all of that to make sure that they're healthier and they support the work we do here in the clinic. No doctor referral is needed to come and see us. Sometimes patients ask, do I have to be referred by my medical doctor to come and see you? No, you don't. You can come directly to see us. We'll do the assessment, the diagnosis, and then the treatment. So chiropractors are primary healthcare providers, which means you can come in and we'll do all the work right from the start. We bill directly to insurance here in the clinic. So many patients have Manulife or Canada Life or Pacific Blue Cross, and we bill directly to the insurance company and get paid back, which saves you the paperwork. It saves you having to pay and then get reimbursed. So it's a great service we offer here. We also bill directly to ICBC, which is very helpful because if you're in a car accident, you do currently get approved automatically for 25 visits to the chiropractor in a 12-week period. So we don't have to apply, we just know that if the patient had a car accident and they get a claim number from ICBC, they're good to go and we can do our treatments, which is really nice and a great benefit to the patient. We bill directly to ICBC. They pay for around 80 to 90% of the care, and there's a small copayment depending on the type of service that we're providing. We offer same and next day appointments. So if you're in need and you're suffering, you just can't wait, we're open 7 days a week. For example, on the long weekend, this past weekend, I was in for emergencies on Sunday afternoon, and then the holiday Monday, I was in for a couple hours as well. Ironically, I had a medical doctor come in that hurt his back as a new patient. And so we have many other health professionals come to the clinic, like nurses, dental hygienists, dental assistants. We have people like trades coming in, working on construction. We have seniors, we have children, families coming into the clinic, babies. So there's a number of different treatments we can do for all age groups and all types of conditions. So feel free to contact us if you're suffering from a condition, you need immediate help. We usually have 1 or 2 spots available for a new patient, and then you can just come right in that day or the next day. And we are accepting new patients. So what you can do is you can go online, you can click the link in this video, or you can easily contact the clinic by calling or messaging 250-486-0062, and then someone will help you to book an appointment. Just need your first and last name, email address, and your mobile number. We'll send you the paperwork, usually via text, and you can fill it out right on your phone, and then you're good to go. You'll get a confirmation of your appointment, and then we'll see you here at the clinic. So pretty easy. We're at Tudd and Raymer, and we have plenty of parking, free parking here on the first or second level of the building. Easy to get into the building and out. And I have some patients that are disabled, hard to walk, and so it's very easy for them to use the elevator, come up to the clinic, and get back to their car. For a limited time, we're offering 10% off for new patients. So if you've been sitting on the fence and thinking about coming to the clinic or going to see a chiropractor, this is a good time because you'll get 10% off that initial assessment. If you book online, put that in the appointment notes that you saw this video on YouTube, and you saw the 10% off special, and we will apply that to your first visit. If you call the clinic or message the clinic, make sure you mention that as well, and we will take off that 10% for you. And this is good for a limited time. We're not sure how long we're going to be doing that for, but it's definitely good for this month. So if you can add that description into the appointment notes, that'll just help our staff to book the appointment and apply the discount for you. So I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this lunch and learn, getting to know me a bit better, the clinic, chiropractic, the way I practice chiropractic. If you have more detailed questions about shock wave or laser, orthotics, the treatments, the techniques we use, please let me know. You can type in the comments or DM me. I'd be happy to help you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.